I think they already did the die roll like at their table, and Santoli looks like he won that die roll. I only know that because I have the insider information, the inside scoop. It is true. And now Santoli will be starting things off with X Ryzeal. He's going to be able to special summon from his hand by sending a card from his extra deck to the graveyard.
Going to be eliminating the option of going into the Fiendsmith route if he happened to have those cards in his deck. At least that's what his opponent is thinking right now. So maybe he's considering that he might also be playing the Mitsurugi Ryzeal deck as well.
X is going to let him add sword to the hand.
And there's a draw on Lockbird.
Not a bad draw. Since he's adding sword, do you think he already has something in his hand? No, maybe he needed to use the sword to get to another Ryzeal, so we're going to see what else he has. But he has triple tactics talents to take a peek at his opponent's hand. Let's see what he's working with. Ash Blossom.
Oh, almost nothing.
Wow. Just defensive options.
I will get rid of
the prayers, right? You got to go.
Probably have to go for the prayers, yeah.
Just leaving him with interactions from the hand, but nothing to get him started. Santoli has to be feeling pretty good right now. This is the way you really want to start off your first game, going first. This is the best when you look at your opponent's hand with triple tactics talent. He didn't have really anything else to do, but he doesn't need to do anything else.
I mean, he at least has the sword. He can summon the sword and make a detonator at the very least, right?
Or at least force out like
he doesn't even want to make the detonator, yeah.
Interesting. Okay, and we see a draw here. We're going to see it's going to be an impactful one.
It's very bold, like knowing that you don't necessarily need to give your opponent any amount of cards here. Don't want to you want to keep that value that you can get off the sword, not play into the draw and lock.
That's a good draw.
Well, we'll see if Totally wants to use that last trap card that he has face down, knowing that the other 3 cards in his hand don't do anything. There's a Solemn Strike.
That is different.
You hear Benji say that is different. Does he not know who you're playing? Do you not know this is Steven Santoli? I mean, chances are he has Solemn Strike in his deck.
He really likes Solemn Strike.
He loves that card. It's a good one. It's good going first and second, as you can see here, especially when he goes first, able to shut down the one card he drew off the top of the deck. Santoli plays like what we're talking about. He doesn't fly too close to the sun. He stays low to the ground.
He really likes Vanquish Soul, so I think that makes sense. He just wants to do what's good and then generate value over turns, and then now we're activating Pot of Desire. That indicates something. This is a pure Ryzeal strategy.
Is that what you're picking up on?
There's no other version that can activate Pot of Desires.
Oh, I mean they can, but maybe you wouldn't advise for it. Yes, definitely.
Oh, there is the Ash Blossom that he knew was there.
So now he's going to want to force out the Mulcharmy from the hand next.
Which pairs really well with his draw and lock, where he has to choose which one he wants to resolve.
Special Summon Sword, effect to add from the deck to the hand. He's going to grab Ice Ryzeal. This is what he wanted to do last turn, but that draw and lock stopped him in his tracks. On Resolution.
I would like to...
Okay.
Yeah. I really don't think he wants to draw here.
No. Definitely not. He needs cards. He needs to draw into stuff. But knowing how Steven Santoli plays, I don't think he's going to give him any.
Okay, we're going to get some more value knowing that there's still a draw and lockbird in his hand.
Bonfire burns brightly as he adds a Pyro monster from his deck to his hand. It's going to be another copy of X Ryzeal.
He can drop that down as well. I feel like it's worth giving him one use just for something. Like making a detonator has to be worth one draw here.
And it really comes down to if he has any sort of interaction outside of that as well. He's going to special the X from his hand, it looks like. Yep, going to send another card from
that can send something along the lines of Eclipse Winds, likely. And I think I saw... Okay, that's a duo drive? Yeah, just to make it so there's another Ryzeal card in the graveyard.
X is going to add, looks like ice? No, sword, yeah. X adds sword.
Already used all the effects of sword this turn. Just solid to have his follow-up.
Really hard to pick up off the rubber.
Yep. Imitation is the highest form of flattery. I just love listening to Santoli talk. It's awesome.
Yep,
that cross is huge.
Yeah, like cross detonator in this position, I feel like what one card can he draw? Like
well,
he'll have two more.
Yeah,
he'll have 2 more cards, but what 2 cards can you really draw to get out of this position?
Pot of Desires into more cards.
All right, you got me there. Maybe an Ultimate Slayer and a starter, but like.
Okay, you're living in reality.
Yeah. Well, I don't know why those cards would be in this deck game 1, but like.
Oh, if he plays 2 Eclipse Winds, we could see the Eclipse Wind Detonator combo here, but...
That's fine.
Taking a moment to consider his options. Is it going to... Please, let's end the day where I finally get to see Eclipse Twins with Detonator. Please.
Aww.
No! Almost. My bingo sheet remains unfilled.
He really thought it was worth the extra draw. I mean, he knows he's playing Mitsurugi because he put back the prayers earlier. He's activating the Dweller now to put a material in the graveyard.
That's fine.
Getting that draw.
Yeah, but still giving him 3 cards when he knows he has nothing seems a little dicey. But I'm not going to question Santoli.
That's fine. Received.
Received. It's an interesting one.
Correct.
I will then pass.
All right, so maybe he drew into some cards that are going to help him here. He's going to need some Mitsurugi cards, some Ryzeal cards.
I don't think. I took a peek here. I don't think. Don't think those are the cards he wants.
No response. Resolves.
Let's see. Okay, Dweller is resolving.
Standby phase and main phase. It's up to him from targeting.
Does he have the Eclipse in his graveyard? No,
It's
right?
attached to it currently.
Oh, it's underneath it.
Yeah.
Okay, it was there, and he attached it.
It looks like it's allowed to resolve here. Knowing one of the cards remaining in the hand is the Droll and Lockbird.
And May.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Shorter.
Yes.
He did have the option to go after his own detonator, but opting to leave it on the field here, not trying to play into any cards such as Triple Tactics Towns.
Smart stuff from Santoli.
Roll number.
All right,
Oh,
looks like
there-
we're going to be summoning a Typhon.
Yeah, there were 2 monsters summoned from the extract last turn, so he will be going to Typhon, which lines up really well into Detonator. But the cross will slow him down a little bit.
Times X at main phase.
Sure.
Yeah, he's going to attack over Abyss Dweller.
Attack.
Yeah, 12. I'm at 53 to go 33.
Main phase.
Yep.
Declare effect.
I will go.
Probably force Ryzeal Cross.
That's fine.
The Frost will use its effect to detach material from Detonator to negate the effect of Typhon at resolution.
Well played here
No, that's
from
fine.
Santoli. Now he'll draw for his turn.
I mean, really unfortunate for Benjamin here, not having really any playable cards, getting hit with that Triple Tactics Talents in such a critical position. And then we're going to immediately start with drawing a card here off of the effect of Cross. We know he at least has an Ice Ryzeal in his hand.
Thinking if he wants to use the cross or not on this Droll and Lockbird. Does he need to? Can he change? Is he just going to Detonator pop the Typhon?
He can't Detonator currently because of the effect of Typhon.
Oh, right. Detonator, yeah, is negated. Or can't activate it.
Yeah.
It's Typhon since it has too much attack.
Which also just means that he can't
100.
be hit with something along the lines of Nibiru either. But it looks like we're just going to go into battle phase. Again, take it very slow
The Santoli way. This is the way.
and just pass it back. 2 cards again.
Low to the ground. I like to see it.
Stand by main.
A few turns here for Benjamin, but he's going to have to draw into a bunch of running outs to be able to get out of this
The worst combination
position.
of cards I could have had.
Yeah, it's been a rough game here for Benjamin from the beginning.
He's trying. He's holding
You
on.
have in that one.
Yeah.
He hasn't given up yet.
I mean, he's undefeated in this tournament, so he knows, like, even in tough positions, there's ways to come out.
At the very least, he already saw Strike
Actually,
from
Pot of
Santoli's deck. He wants to see
Prosperity.
as many cards as possible because you don't know what you can expect from a Santoli deck list.
1,
Definitely
2,
not.
3, 4.
Pot of Prosperity, that's an interesting one. I don't think I see that in even Mitsurugi Ryzeal too often.
Normally, you have to choose between playing Pot of Prosperity or playing Nadir Servant. If you're playing Nadir Servant, you're going to have too many effects that draw a card. Usually, if you're playing Pot of Prosperity, that means you're not playing any of those cards.
This
for Nadir
Ash
Servant.
Blossom is probably going to close things out here in this
Probably
game.
literally the worst card from there.
Well, not necessarily because...
I'd like to concede.
oh, okay.
And Benjamin is going to concede, and Santoli is going to control this game from the beginning, thanks to that triple tactics gets the start. And
Stand
we'll
by
see
phase,
what...
main phase.
He definitely has some plays. We're going to get to see some Mitsurugi action.
Normal summon Saji. Declare effect to add a spell trap.
All right, and the immediate shore, that is bold. Saji is typically the card you want to respond to, mainly because it's the only actual way to get to the ritual spell. Especially, you did see the Pot of Prosperity. That is usually telling that there is not a copy of Nadir Servant in that deck. So this, without drawing the ritual spell naturally, this is the only way to actually search it. But now we are able to activate ritual spell to ritual spell using
Well, man, I do
ritual
not
summon
like
using
that
monsters
double
from the
set
deck
cards.
to summon the
Those
Ame
go
from the
everywhere.
hand.
Yep. Ame no Murakumo no Mitsurugi.
Yeah, I have really bad like humidity problems where I live, so it is kind of the only thing I'm able to do. Let's do that.
So,
now.
since he gets to tribute
Face
the 2
paper
monsters
rubber.
from the deck, he'll be able to activate both their effects. Well, just one of their effects. I think he already used Saji.
Yeah, Saji's effect is on summon or when attributed, so it's the
Yep.
same effect. Kusanagi is able to add back any
active
of those
summon
Mitsurugi cards, and then we're activating the ritual spell one more time. Now for the other effect to ritual summon from the deck using materials you already have.
You may.
Yeah, it's really cool because you get to tribute the Ame no Murakama no Mitsurugi. It summons itself back and adds a card, and you also get to summon out Futso no Mitame no Mitsurugi and that will also allow you to summon back a reptile anytime your opponent summons a monster.
Opting to tribute a copy in the hand to preserve the version of the ritual summon copy on the field to play around Bestials as well.
Smart stuff, smart stuff. Plenty of starters here for Benjamin in game number 2. Things looking much better for him than they did in that first game. See, now we're not even seeing any Ryzeal cards yet. This is pure Mitsurugi.
Yeah, see,
so
it
nothing
seems
in
like
res.
he is not playing the
That's-
Night Sword Serpent, which would generally give you the free rank 4 immediately.
I don't actually know if I have to declare until it happens. But
Oh, so you can use prayers to bring back the Saji.
You're paying 800 to special summon back Saji from the graveyard. And now you can overlay 2 level 4 monsters. I believe this has to be a duo drive at this point, right?
I would think so. And yep, here's Ryzeal Duo Drive. Does Santoli have something to stop it?
the
Unfortunately, since the Ame no More Kamo no Mitsurugi is already on the field, if he does have any sort of response, he will have to discard a card from his hand if he wants it to resolve. Otherwise, it will be negated. Which sometimes that's just enough to, like, if you have like an interaction, you have to send another card. Then if you want to do it again on your next turn, you have to activate a card, send another card. That's 4 cards gone. You only have a couple left. It's so powerful. One of the best things about Mitsurugi.
Yeah, Mitsurugi really tries to take advantage of players using those multiple points of interaction with the hand. It just really dwindles their hand before they even get to start having a turn, and then continues to do so on their turn. But Santoli opting out of that strategy, not playing many of those interruptions from the hand, maybe just copies of Ash Blossom, and the rest of his deck is just designed to break the board.
Definitely. We see the Duo Drive add Ryzeal Cross and Sword Ryzeal. The Sword Ryzeal can special summon itself since there's a level 4 in the graveyard. And then he added
The cross.
the Cross.
Yeah.
I mean, what did he add with Sword is what I was looking at.
Sword at X'd.
Okay, so
Like-
X now is going to be able to special summon from the hand.
Right, not going to be able to use its effect to search because he controls a non-level 4 monster, but just being able to put a level 4 monster on the field is usually good enough in this position. Going to be activating that cross now.
All right. Ryzeal Cross is now on the field. Eclipse Twins in the graveyard thanks to X Ryzeal.
very particular. Just make attach. I think you're playing Purist.
He already has the Mitsurugi Great Purification in hand as well, so things are just looking great here for Benjamin in game 2.
Not a great way to set that up.
Yeah, he's really considering his options here. I don't know what he would do outside of just summoning the detonator right now.
Yeah, and attaching the Eclipse Twins.
On summon declare effect to attach. Sure.
Yep, the Eclipse Twins is going to be under the detonator, allowing him to protect himself from some points of interaction. A card face down is probably going to be that
Leave
Mitsurugi
the
Great
mid phase.
Purification that we could see.
End phase.
Yep.
Pass turn.
This is a lot of interruptions here. The Ame no Murakamo has the option to negate or force your opponent to discard a card. The Futsu will summon a monster for every special summon that your opponent does, so he's able to fill the board back up with reptiles. And the reptiles do have the effect to protect their monsters from being destroyed by tributing themselves instead, to generate even more advantage because they will trigger their own effects to search when they are tributed.
Yeah, when you get to this point with the Mitsurugi cards, it amasses so much. Oh, the Santoli special, Gravekeeper's Inscription.
On end of your turn.
Cold wave for summons from grave, correct?
Say again?
Cold wave, but summons from grave.
Yeah.
Yep, so he's
No
opting
response.
to use the effect to block him from summoning from the graveyard,
I will go.
which cuts off, it cuts off the effect of
Eclipse
Eclipse
Twin.
Twins,
Target the dead.
and it cuts off half of the effect of Ame no Murakuma.
Yep. But this is, yeah, huge. I mean, also, it doesn't allow him to summon anything with Futsu no Mitama no Mitsurugi. Like, and now there's Book of Moon dealing with the detonator. His whole board has been dealt with. Oh, I guess he still has the Mitsurugi Great Purification set that he can use on the Book of Moon, which is what is going to happen. He's going to tribute off the Futsu.
Futsu will allow him another search here, assuming this resolves. No response.
Your
The
chain link declare to search.
Yep.
It won't be coming back, but he will be able to add.
probably a copy of Prayers. Actually, well, in this position, Gravekeeper's Inscription lasts until the next turn, right?
Yep.
So that's actually very potent here.
Drops card.
Yeah, but he's still going to be adding the Prayers here.
I have nothing on resolution. Would you like to cut?
I wonder if Santoli has another copy of Book of Moon here just to like keep it going.
Book of Moon, we said it before,
Uh,
an oldie but a goodie. Love Book of Moon.
He was so confident playing into the board, like he was allowing everything to happen. He's like, yep, I'm just going to go ahead and activate one of these, and then one of these, and now...
Say, that's pretty good, partner.
It would have been nice if it was an Ultimate Slayer. It would have been a little more effective, but we'll take a couple Book of Moons.
I mean, the Ultimate Slayer would have traded with the trap card as well anyway.
How many months has Steven
Probably.
Santoli had Gravekeeper's Inscription in his side
Hold
deck
on.
is what I want to know. Like, how long? It's been a while. I've seen him
It's
use
been a bit. It's been a bit.
I did.
It has to be like since it came out, pretty much. He loves that card, so it's cool to see it paying off for him here. It actually lines up pretty well into this deck. And normal summon Ice Ryzeal. What a hand! What a hand! What an answer! This is awesome here for Santoli. Benjamin, you know, when you're undefeated and like a game like this is kind of
very
playing out, what can you do but just be like, well, I did my best.
Yeah, like you did. That was a great board. It's
Yeah,
just
he played it well.
I don't know if you're ever happy to have 2 Inscription. I don't know if you're ever happy to have 2 Inscription.
I mean, it's just card. So 2 books at least.
2 books
Yeah, like-
is quite good.
2 books, 2 inscriptions. The second inscription was effectively negating Amino Murakumo because it's a free discard. The cross currently can't activate because it needs to detach from a Ryzeal monster, and it can't be a Ryzeal monster while it's face down.
I mean, it can be. We just don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
Have 2 in hand.
So
But
unfortunately,
we-
cross
it
doesn't know.
Is it special summon from the extra deck?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do know that. All right, now
We know it's special summon, just not from where.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, true, true. Now he's going to overlay those 2 level 4s for a rank 4. What is he going to go into first? Is it going to be Duo Drive? Is it going to be Detonator?
I mean,
Or is it going to be Exciton? Ooh, Exciton. Okay, cool.
Successful.
interesting.
Just going to clean up the board here a little bit. He's not going to be able to do any damage for the turn, but that's a lot of cards that are going to the graveyard.
Yeah, I guess I was wondering if he could end the game this turn, but it's
That
a lot
seems
of
pretty
bodies
good
to
now,
actually
doesn't
get through.
Yeah, definitely.
There's not a clean way to get rid of the detonator without putting it back face up at some point.
Yeah, I thought Bestials were a good way to play around Eclipse Twins, but nope. Turns out Gravekeeper's Inscription. We should change the name of that card to just Steven Santoli's Inscription. No, Santoli.
Not quite yet.
Not yet.
Are we going to call it Steven Strike?
I mean, at this point, I'm not opposed. Now we're seeing another overlay. Here comes the Duo Drive now that he's cleaned up the field a little bit. We know that he has Mitsurugi Prayers plus 1 other card in the hand on Benjamin's side of the table. He's going to attach a Ryzeal monster to Duo Drive on summon, and now he's going to use the effect to detach 2 to add 2 Ryzeal cards from the deck to the hand.
He's already used the effect of X. He's already used the effect of Sword and Node as well. He just hasn't used. He already knows so nice, right? What hasn't he used?
You got to add 2. It's Crossed and
Yep.
another copy of X.
That's all fine.
We'll activate cross.
All right, now Cross is going to allow him to put a couple cards on the bottom and draw a card. Not quite just yet. He's going to...
Target the node.
Ooh,
Ooh,
plug-in.
for Node.
Haven't seen plug-in a lot.
Only played in Pure?
Oh, but he can't because of Gravekeeper's Inscription.
I'll
Oh,
go
yeah.
cross.
Yes, neither player can summon back from Graveyard now, so actually 0 interruptions.
It always gets negated. Is
The Gravekeeper Inscription,
that- you're good.
you know, not doing great here for Santoli in this
Plug-in.
scenario. Maybe he kind of forgot that was going to slow him down as well.
It was never supposed to work against him.
Battle phase.
You can't take damage this
I
turn.
still go battle phase. Attack.
Nope.
Thank you.
Is he going to summon Zeus? I was going to say, you can't do that.
And I will pass.
Sets
So Inscription still
one,
applies for this
face
turn.
down.
Draw for turn.
All right,
Stand by phase main.
not too bad, but
Next wave
you know,
Does have to play into the Cross as well as potentially the Exciton.
and potentially
X-rays
the
over.
random speller
Yeah,
trap.
the
that
random
Santoli
spell
has
trap.
face down. It's a random speller trap. I'm always thinking about infinite impermanence.
Yeah, he does know that a plugin
Summon
was
X
searched.
Ryzeal,
Maybe he said it.
sending Meteor
Doesn't
Large,
really know,
aggregate
even though he
response.
still can't activate it.
Chain link 1 to search, chain link 2, target cross to negate.
That works really well here.
Well, you can still use Cross to negate.
You can negate the aggregator.
Yeah.
Well, no, like it can't because by the time it could attempt to negate the X, it will be already
Negated
negated
by
by the aggregator.
aggregator.
Yeah.
Even though it does negate that resolution.
I have no response.
No responses here from Santoli. X is going to add. Wait for it. Wait for it.
A Node Ryzeal.
Node
which-
Ryzeal.
which-
Super rare.
Yeah, still can't use its effect though.
That's something I like about crossover breakers. Is some of the
And
rares
resolution.
also come as super rares. That's something really unique to that set, and it's really cool.
Special note.
Yeah, you're good.
Kind of like you get like the OTS upgrades in the set itself.
Yeah.
That was a nice touch.
Yeah, big fan. And now he's going to special note from the hand and go into a rank 4. It's going to be his own copy of Exciton
Player
Knight.
Exciton detaching node.
Thank you.
Very interesting. I'm surprised again he didn't want to go for his own detonator.
Santoli's going to chain Infinite Impermanence to negate Exciton.
Perfect.
And now Benjamin has Ice Ryzeal.
Right, okay, so he had a copy of Ice Ryzeal to extend further here.
But now Santoli's Exciton is going to be online after, if he summons one, he has to use one more card on the field. Because right now it's 3-3.
So,
Yeah, so if he summons one more monster, but I think Benjamin knows that.
I mean, he's going to consolidate his board even more, right? By
Yep.
just making another rank 4
That's funny
here.
how bad that is. I'm in a really precarious position.
What I like to hear.
Can't summon from the graveyard.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. In Detonator, we trust. Unless he only plays one.
It's not bad. It's pretty bad. Just considering a summon.
You're good.
Clear.
Tough spot here for Benjamin.
It's pretty funny, but it's also terrible.
Yeah, really considering his options being super limited now. At this point, I think it's pretty clear he doesn't have another copy of
Some of
Detonator
that
because
make him
that would be, I think, the
useless
go-to
and
play at this moment.
Useless. It clears that. You see with the useless. Do I have knowledge of your hands presently?
No, just yes.
Okay.
Technically.
Understood.
Technically.
Technically,
Technically is
actually,
correct.
No, technically he knows both of them.
Yeah.
Technically he's only supposed to know one, but Santoli did receive a PE minor warning.
for revealing some private information, yeah.
Yeah, and now Tornado Dragon.
2000, I'm at 2000.
That is precarious, as you
Declare
mentioned.
tornado, target Ryzeal Cross.
A lot of times you don't see Tornado Dragon in the Ryzeal extra decks. Now
We're
he
going to be overlaying into a second copy of Eclipse Twins.
Make Eclipse Twins.
could have been F-Zero.
Enter battle phase.
Eclipse Twins. Oh, so
attack on
he's
Exciton.
going to attack Exciton Knight?
600. No, because I'm 24 and you're.
Oh, it's 500, yes.
Yeah. No, you're 2000.
Yes.
You take 400.
Long day.
Long day indeed.
400
Almost there.
extra.
With a lone Eclipse Twins, a
So
lone
versus
set
field,
back row as
impact
well.
on,
Potentially only one
send to
interruption
the end phase.
here.
Pass turn.
Drop turn.
Actually, no, he knows it's the prayers.
I'll drop a.
But the prayer's actually pretty good now. It can summon back the Ame.
Phase.
Ooh.
Taking main phase.
That's fine.
Okay, I forgot. Like we made it past the point of inscription, and now we can have a live effect that we can use here.
Santoli's inscription has run out. Both players will be able to summon from the graveyard. That means Santoli's plugin is live again.
It looks like he has
The ritual
another
choice
copy
of
of inscription in his hand.
Correct.
If he starts off with that, that'd be a great way to start this turn.
X is also a good card.
What is the restriction on inscription? Like, does it have to be the first card you play?
Yeah, I think
Just
so.
one.
The start of your main phase.
No response. I'm gonna look in your grave.
Yeah, of course.
X Ryzeal is going to add Sword Ryzeal.
Hey, here.
Nope, still no need to really do anything. Gonna wait until a detonator
Here's
is threatened.
Special summon sword raise up at the switch.
Gonna special summon the sword, use its effect.
In response.
Yep.
Is this where the Ame no Murakamo no
Chain
Mitsurugi comes out?
Great Purification.
Oh, I didn't even
Targeting
consider
the
this.
properly
I
summoned
forgot
Ame.
he has that. He has the ability to use its effect,
special
summon back the
and
Ame,
tribute
tribute the
languages.
Eclipse Twins, which will summon back the detonator. Gets him right back in this game.
Nice. Sweet plays here from Benjamin with his Mitsurugi Ryzeal strategy. Really showing you how the two decks synergize together and showing you that he knows his deck very well.
The Ryzeal Detonator as well as the Ryzeal Duo Drive and chain link to Ame to destroy all monsters you presently control.
I have no response.
Yep, that is that's not what you want to hear.
I mean, that's exactly what Benjamin wants
Yeah,
to hear.
he finally made it to the point.
Santoli fans, maybe not.
I said Detonator and Duo Drive, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I'll summon Detonator attached with the Duo Drive. On summon, declare Detonator effects to attach.
I have no response.
Gonna
I'll
attach Eclipse Twin.
Another Eclipse
Both these
Twins.
players communicating so properly. I love it.
Makes things a lot easier when you have clear communication in your match. And the
So-
pace of play today has been fantastic from all our players, for the most part.
And now Benjamin not so technically knows about the plugin in hand. There's only one, like a few. Okay, there's two other cards that he doesn't know about.
Technically. Plug-in is
I
going
feel like this is a great time to just use the Ame, force out another discard here.
Looks like he's considering it.
Oh,
No.
it's going to be... Want to make it so that it either actually negates something or just forces him to get rid of a card he actually wants to get rid of.
Normal summons Ice
Normal summon is
Ryzeal.
successful.
Successful. Won't be negated, but no effect on summon here from Santoli. Doesn't want to walk into that detonator.
Now, is he going to go into a detonator of his own? Yep.
Detonator effect to attach.
That's fine.
No responses here from Benjamin. Okay.
I mean, currently, what are they going to do? Just crash into each other and stare?
I will attempt to go end main phase. End phase.
I am not a Ryzeal Mirror Match master, but these guys are definitely masters. That's why they're undefeated here in the last round of Twith.
All right, we have made it to the end phase,
Drop turn.
opting not to use the
What do you have
prayers
as life
here.
Right now?
I'm at 76.
To mine.
Never use the Ame, so
me
like
too.
still that unknown.
Drop turn.
It's a detonator
Let's
showdown.
go standby phase, main phase.
We're in main phase 1.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but Ryzeal Detonator can only protect itself from being destroyed once, right?
I think so, yep. Well, not just itself, but any
Yes,
Yeah.
but you know what I meant.
I know what you meant.
He can just-
Technically.
he can just attack twice, right?
Looks like he's thinking about activating Mitsurugi Prayers. And he can tribute off the Ame no Murakamo Mitsurugi.
Let's lose.
I don't know if he really
everything,
wants to
and then
tribute it right now. I feel like
have this still.
there are many monsters properly
Sure,
summoned in the
that'd be
graveyard.
overall.
He could just use it to reborn
Like a Saji or something.
And
to the Futsu.
Or the Futsu and add back Saji, summon
Yeah.
Saji.
Yep.
Just gonna go to battle phase?
Take 400 off the
No, I agree with this play a lot. Just attacking,
great.
and then you can attack with your detonator, protect yourself with your detonator's effect now that his is used. And then you can use the prayers after tributing the Ama, and it'll come back as well. So you can summon 2 monsters and threaten a lot of damage.
Declare tank with dead.
Sounds good to me. Does he have a close twins underneath the detonator?
I suppose he must.
He's
We're
thinking
still
about
in battle phase.
he's thinking about activating something in response to his own attack.
I'll let it die.
He's gonna let it
This
go.
turn player.
We'll go next game.
And yeah, Santoli's seen enough. He knows that he's not gonna be able to come back. And
Mitsurugi
Benjamin-
strategy. Can Steven Santoli, off the back of Solemn Strike, take this game? We're starting off with X Ryzeal.
Strong start. Ooh, he does have a duel knock, but we're gonna see that come down.
Declare duel.
There is the Drone Lockbird. Oh, it looks like he might have a response.
Does he have a call by the grave?
Santoli wouldn't lie. He said everything is good when he had no responses before.
Does look like he has call by the grave. And he's gonna call by the drone Lockbird.
Santoli's never bluffed in his life.
He's a straight shooter. Now Sword Ryzeal comes down, allowing to add another copy of
Nothing
X
else.
Ryzeal. Gonna overlay the 2 level 4s for a rank 4. It's gonna be Duo Drive.
Let's see if there's anything to stop this one.
Dangerous, are we?
And it resolves.
This is gonna pay off huge here for Santoli. He's gonna add a copy of Ryzeal Crossed and
When was the last time you saw that
plug
happen?
in.
Yeah, plug in and cross. You haven't seen that search off Duo Drive in
Hand
quite
right
some time.
Yep. You know,
I'm gonna think in resolution here.
Oh. What could that mean?
I know X. You most likely have ice. You
Is it-
probably have node.
There's no way it's a Perulia, surely.
Nothing in resolution.
how do we cross?
What could he be talking
In
about?
response
Like, what is he
to
trying to say?
I'm gonna
We're about to
change this
find out.
magma targeting the eclipse.
Oh,
it's a
okay,
Magnum.
Magnamut.
That's not a bad
Sure.
card to have here. Because not only is he going to give him a
Successful
monster on the
summon of
field,
effect.
He can technically activate the Magnamut. Maybe a dragon will find its way to the graveyard. Oh, no, he's not drolled anymore. He's
Yep.
not drolled anymore.
he
My
can
bad.
add from the deck to the hand, yeah.
We resolving that plugin now. Going to be able to summon back that Sword Ryzeal, put a material under
Is another sword
the
underneath it?
Duo Drive.
Go summon Ice Special.
Normal summon Ice, activate the effect, special summon from the deck. Gonna overlay these two for.
There's the detonator.
Effective detonator to attach.
No Eclipse Twins thanks to that Magnum It.
You have to touch a monster.
Yeah, it has to attach a monster, so unfortunately it doesn't have enough cards at the moment to resolve cross the draw.
Damn, that draw would have done some nice stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, Santoli was really forced to call by the grave that draw and Lockbird since there's so many cards in his hand that would add from the deck to the hand.
Using the effect of Ice Ryzeal to send the duo drive, so then put the materials in the graveyard for the cross, as well as being able to summon an Abyss Dweller.
Another successful.
We'll go cross effects.
Cross will be able to put back the duo drive and the sword. Oh, like just the plug-in.
This is where the plug
Gets one additional draw. Oh, that's a pretty good one.
You said one additional draw. You meant two
I'm sorry. You know, I should have
draws.
known better. My bad. It's never just one.
Banishes 10 cards face down, draws 2. Sets 1, sets 2 face down.
End phase resolve, Meg.
Passes on Detonator, Dweller, Cross.
A draw was negated by call with the grave. Dude, if you did all that shit under draw, come on. What are you guys doing as judges?
Now he's going to
apologies.
add Bestial Monster
did all that
from his
stuff under draw.
deck to the hand. Probably Bestial Druid Worm
Yeah, which is countered.
by the Dweller already.
He might have sided out the other Bestials.
It's just a Magnum. No.
That's why they were trying to stop him.
Failed.
they knew better.
The
So-
saddest.
He got to bluff him into making the Dweller, which, no, I mean, it was going to stop the Mitsurugi part
That is the
anyway,
first time
but
that's occurred.
it would have been able to stop the Druid Worm.
This is the saddest Magnum I've ever seen. Nothing to add. No dragons in the deck, but he does have a monster on the field, which is something.
You may take priority.
I will confuse it.
I have no response.
Draw phase Abyss Dweller, gonna stop those graveyard effects from activating.
Okay.
Which is good.
Effectively cuts off the Mitsurugi part of the engine, as if you did have an inscription.
Who's next demand?
Now still has to deal with the detonator, the cross, as well as all those potential
Samurai
sets.
phase, main phase.
Looks like we're going to be normal summoning Ice Ryzeal to start us off.
I will not declare the effect.
Just
No
a normal
effect.
summon.
Is there gonna be a Chaos Angel?
Oh,
It's a synchro summon.
It is a Synchro Summon.
that is a light and dark Chaos Angel. And it's going to be met with,
Alright, it's a summon successful.
there is no summon successful. That is Solemn Judgment.
Paying half his life points.
Santoli's Judgment.
Santoli's Judgment. If it's a trap he can set turn 1 that can stop his opponent's cards, it's probably in Santoli's deck.
I'm gonna look in your grave.
That is a normal summon committed now.
Half the life points. Poof.
Still
Gone.
have to deal with the Dweller as well as the Detonator.
a
Nothing on the
cross.
board.
And it's a Book of Moon face down.
Oh my god.
I saw it. I
Attempt
saw
to
it.
main phase one. Proceed to the end phase.
Proceeding to the end phase.
man.
Okay.
Not like this. Is this how it's going to end? Our final match?
Gonna be special summoning X from the hand, sending to the grave a copy of Duo Drive, it seems? Potentially, really contemplating it, seeing what he might just need here. He doesn't need to do much, he just needs to, oh, and second copy of Eclipse Twins, that's pretty good.
You know, he could have summoned it and made his monster attack twice and made me happy, but nope,
No,
instead, just
not today.
Not today. Send it to the graveyard.
We get to add Sword Ryzeal to the hand now.
I will go.
Some dreams just never come true.
Immediately
It's a
Chinese
sad
cross.
reality.
It's like-
Maybe tomorrow.
Yep, that's fine.
There's still always tomorrow, but like plenty of dueling actions to go after this.
I'm convinced people don't know it has that effect. I'm convinced that's the issue that I'm running into here. But Sword's going to come down.
Sword grabs ice, and honestly, just making near any exceed should do at this point because you still have the normal summon of ice to do the remainder of the damage. So going to be overlaying now. So this is going to be summon 3
It's a
into
duo
Duo
drive.
Duo Drive is going to actually boost up everything as well.
732, that's
He is moments away from winning game number 3 here.
Normal summon ice.
a normal summon, pick special deck.
Oh, just might as well special summon from deck. That's a couple more summons
Yeah,
there.
that's fine.
That will be summon 5, I believe. Not really necessary in this position, but you have the cross, so you're not really worried about it.
I will attempt to leave the main base.
This is going to be it. Yep.
And main phase is good.